So what's up everybody? What's up internet? In this video, I just want to share how good God has been to us in the past year. So yeah, it's been a while since we uploaded a video and many things had happened in the past year and even before. May mga milagro na nangyari. Pasensya na sa aking Tagalog. So many things had happened to us that we considered mga miracles. And looking back, God has been really good to us, and I just want to share them with you. In short, this is a testimony video. So before we start, I just want to reintroduce myself. I'm Dan. Me and my wife moved here to Canada about 15 months now. Maraming mga nangyari na hindi namin inasahan, and we are really thankful sa Panginoon. Hindi niya kami pinabayaan dito sa Canada. So, yeah. So, when I got accepted at the university, one of the first things that we had to take care of was finding a place to stay. So, kailangan namin maghanap ng matitirhan. And we had to be really careful because at that time, we didn't know anyone here. So, it's especially hard when you don't have relatives or someone who can vouch for you, and help you secure a rental. Of course, it's understandable because masyado na maraming mga scam na nangyayari, and most landlords would ask for recommendations or a credit history, and we had none of those. So yeah. So I joined several Filipino communities or mga Facebook groups where people would post tips or help you with your queries about everything here in Canada. And one day, as I was scrolling, I came across a very familiar name. So backstory, when I was a kid, nung maliit pa kami, my brother and I had this neighbor whom we played with. And this person actually turned out to be a distant cousin. And years later, naging kaklase ko siya sa high school. So this friend had the same family name to the person I found in that Facebook group. So kahit matagal na kaming hindi nagkausap, I decided to reach out to him and ask if he happened to know the person. And lo and behold, it was his elder sister. Imagine mo yun? So yeah, many people would say it was just a coincidence, but we consider it a miracle because when iba kasi yung magiging perspective mo kapag when you include God sa mga ginagawa mo. So yeah, nothing is coincidence. And through Atijana, the person from Facebook, she connected us to our landlord, which landlord din yan noon nung una siyang dumating dito sa Guelph. So looking back, I could really see how God was meeting our needs one by one. I thought it was just a coincidence, but now I know it wasn't. So yeah, that was one of the earliest milagro na na-experience namin dito sa Canada, sa aming Canada journey. And another miracle for us was our plane tickets. So we never really had any plans on visiting tourist destinations. Our goal was simply to get to Canada, but what happened was really amazing. We had been checking prices of plane tickets, and they were really expensive at that time. So yung mga cheaper tickets nag-range from 120 to 130. Para sa amin dalawa na yun, 130,000, I remember. And that was even 7 months before our departure. But bago pa niyan, may friend kami sa Vancouver na na nag-invite sa amin na mag-layover sa Vancouver to visit him. But I never really considered it because in my mind, mahal na nga yung ticket papuntang Toronto. So how much more if we land in Vancouver and then book another flight from Vancouver to Toronto, diba? So I really thought it would just cost more. So I just brushed the idea aside. And then it took several days watching the prices fluctuating. And then we came across a Google flight hack. Nakwenta ko na to sa previous video namin, but I just want to say it again. So, yung Google flight hack, instead of entering a specific airport as your destination, you simply enter the entire country. In our case, it's Canada. That way, you can compare the prices across different airports. So, lo and behold, the ticket to Vancouver was way cheaper than the Toronto ticket. Of course, you still have to pay for the ticket from Vancouver to Toronto, right? But that's what we thought would. But no, even after adding the cost of the second flight, it was still cheaper than the direct flight to Toronto. So, yeah, we took it. And because of that, we got to visit our friend Jake. He took us to Whistler. Naglakad-lakad kami sa downtown Vancouver. He even flew with us to Toronto. And then dumiretso kami sa Niagara. Imagine, God gave us so much more than, we expected. Yeah. How awesome is that? Nung time na nasa Vancouver kami, wala kaming ginastos. As in, nahiya pa nga kami kasi nakitulog kami and then pinakain pa kami. Nakapag-Whistler pa kami. Of course, we tried to contribute but bait lang talaga si Jake. And thank God for that. Now next, yung time na my studies was about to be completed, one problem we had faced was tuition. May kulang pa kami about mga 5,000. And then we were really worried about where to get it. Since we didn't know what to do, we could only pray and thank God. So yeah, one thing we learned about God is that in the difficult times, those are the best times to thank God. We learned that when you thank God during the hard times, the difficult times, it is one way of showing that you trust God and you trust His Word. So yeah, kahit may fear kami, we were still anxious, but kasi malaki yung 5,000. How would you respond to that fear is the key. So, will you wallow in misery or you turn to God? What does His Word tell you, in times like this? So yeah, from our perspective, at that time, based sa mga earnings namin, it seemed almost impossible, especially sa mga gastos. But trusting God really paid off. We could have never imagined that we would receive more than 4,000 in tax refunds. We were really amazed. We could not believe our eyes nung nakita namin yung cheque. Grabe. Talagang yung mga reaction namin hindi mo describe because we could not contain the joy, and then we knew it was truly God. It was a miracle. We knew that there were tax refunds. Sa case ko naman, yung if may refund doon sa tuition na binayad, hindi naman daw ma-withdraw in cash. So wala talaga akong ine-expect doon. And then we only expected a small amount, but iba. So yeah, trusting God pays off. We never received anything like that before. So yeah, I am facing unemployment again, and we know that God will continue to supply all of our needs according to His riches and glory, and He will never leave us nor forsake us. So yeah. waiting for our passenger princess. Passenger princess arriving.
Hi.
Now we go home.